can you introduce yourself a bit and share a bit of your experience as an entrepreneur?
Okay, so I started as an inventor into packaging. When I was 24, I invented a flexible package. My first success was licensing the technology to a Japanese company. And they were intrigued by the technology. And then I had a second licensee, which is an American company, and I received then royalty incomes, and that money I used to build up my company. And I started into the manufacturing business, which was a very exciting journey.
Moving from an entrepreneurship in the packaging industry, the manufacturing industry, what motivated you to acquire Heesen Yachts?
I think it was a pure emotional approach because, as you probably know, I did it in 5 weeks. I visited Heesen and I thought, wow, this is probably the best, the cleanest operation I have seen. And I'm not saying that because I bought Heesen. Because what I didn't like at Heesen at that time was they were, in my opinion, less owner-focused, less marketing, less sexy than the other shipyards, especially the Italian shipyards, which are very good in that. This is a shipyard which, if you put the right marketing, make it more sexy, like what Heesen did in the past, it can have a great future.
Lawrence recently did an interview with Marijn de Waard, the founder of Super Yacht Times, where he mentioned that you didn't want to do any marketing.
No, for shipbuilding, I believe, but maybe I'm wrong, I want to spend every euro we have into the ship. I think the owner deserves, if you pay so much money for a yacht, and I think at the end the ship itself should be your marketing. So if you build a fascinating ship with some new features, which is appealing to the owner, the client, I think that's your real marketing.
What is your vision for the yard? You mentioned being more owner focused. How do you plan to make that happen?
Now, first of all, we have more than 200 Heesen vessels, cruising around. And I was surprised that we didn't have all the contacts of those owners, and we were not really in close contact. So that's what we are reactivating now, making a good connection with the Heesen owners. It's much easier to sell a yacht to an existing Heesen owner than to find a new owner, I think. And secondly, I think it's part of that the owners want to belong to a kind of community, they want to belong to a brand where they're excited about. So we're trying to restore that. So, as you know, Heesen is building between 50 and 80 meter, and we're looking to 4 segments into that segment. And that's also new. So we're looking to the more classical owner, which is just looking for a nice design, and in 20, 25 years, that design is still looking good. The second is, and that's pretty new, I think we will be the first shipyard, we're building a yacht specially for the Asian region and this region. Because we figured out that the boats, originally how they were designed, are suitable for American and European owners which want to be outside on a sun deck. So we have on the boats, if you see how many space we have, sun deck space we have. Like many of the new owners from the other regions, they don't want to be in the sun, they want to be inside in the air conditioning because it's very warm. So we're designing a boat specifically for that market. Then we're looking to an explorer segment.
Interesting, okay.
Between the 50 and 80 meters, and then a sporty model. So that's the 4 different clients we are looking at from Heesen's perspective.
Fantastic. I mean, that's incredibly exciting to hear that you're doing quite so much product development. Can you share any insight to who you're working with in the designer side of things?
Yeah, that's not a secret. 35 years ago, I did business with Sinot because he used to be a product development guy, and so we did some packaging products together. So I've approached him, and at the moment we're doing 2 designs with him.
Are there any initiatives that you're integrating as well as diversifying the portfolio?
But from an automation perspective, what I learned is the most hours are in the yacht are in the fairing of the hull, and the painting, and I think that's where there's opportunity. And then secondly, to reduce the lead time of a yacht. So I mean, if I was an owner myself and then I wanted to build a new yacht, and they said, yeah, you have to wait 4 or 5 years. And then I said, okay, I don't know where I am in 4 or 5 years, so I want to have it now.
In terms of your long-term plans, do you hope to remain the owner of Heesen for the coming decades, or did you make the acquisition with the buyout in mind?
I just said to Espen that I bought the shipyard for my son, so I'm in this for a long time.
Well, it's a good thing that Liam's here, and he's incredibly enthusiastic and has been very active over the last couple of months. I know we met in Cannes, and he was very excitedly telling me some of the plans for the shipyard, which is great as well. And one of the things that I hear when I speak to shipyards and they talk about children being involved or the next generation being involved, sustainability does come up in conversation. Is that something that you've found? Is Heesen looking at things like alternative fuels?
Yes, we did a big project in that. Although, when I bought the shipyard, I was kind of disappointed because we had, I think, a brilliant concept of a hybrid yacht with an aluminium hull. So lightweight, you know, what you see in cars typically. And then the Heesen team told me, yeah, but nobody wants to pay 2 million more. So I was kind of disappointed. I think, okay, this is a great concept, very sustainable, but we did also a big investigation into methanol as an alternative.
Oh, interesting. How do you see recent developments in AI impacting the yacht construction sector? And is there anything that you're looking at for the yard?
Yeah, we are launching on our new boats. We have a black box installed, which is communicating to the sensors on a yacht. We did that in our industry, in the packaging industry. So what we're trying to do is to help the owner focus really on enjoying the yacht instead of, you know, having unscheduled maintenance or having quality issues on the yacht. So we use AI for that as well. Yes.
Okay, interesting. Now, your vessel, the yacht that you own, Samadhi, is here.
Yes.
Some people may have seen her arriving. Was it a last-minute decision to bring the boat down to the Formula One? Have you spent any time in this region as well?
No, this is the first time, and we continue to the Maldives. So with Christmas we'll be in the Maldives, and then in January we go to Thailand.
You know, we've been wanting to get boats to this region, and you're a perfect example of having just taken the yacht through the Suez as well.
I mean, we are here on anchor. It's amazing, but you know, in the evening, you know. So I mean, I'm really pleased to have the yacht here. I also understood that in Abu Dhabi there will be a port in 3-4 years. So I think Saudi Arabia is developing a lot of marinas. So I think it's good for the yachting industry. Yeah, I believe in this region. So that's why we also designed a yacht specifically for this region and Asia. And I think there's a big opportunity.
How important is this region among your existing customers? Do you have many local clients?
Yeah, we sold quite some boats. Recently, we sold a 55-meter boat here, which is actually just arrived here. So I think also I think the Heesen designs were kind of liked in these regions because they're very sportive. Here also some people still want to go fast in aluminium hulls. So I think Heesen was a well-accepted brand in this region.
Fantastic. We've got another question here from the audience. Where do you see the most promising future growth in the superyacht market, geographically or generationally?
I think in the United States, I think is going to be the hottest market on the short term, also because of the Depreciation Act. We are now working with our clients on a TCO model, which we used in the packaging as well. So it's a total cost of ownership. So we're trying to explain to the client, okay, buying a yacht is one thing, but you know, you need to look if you sell it in 5 years, what price do you get? So what is the depreciation? What is the running cost? Are you willing to do charters? What income can you generate? How can you, if you want to finance, how can you finance the yacht? So, and in the United States, for the customers in the United States, we're including also that depreciation, which makes it very attractive for American buyers to buy it. And I think the American owners really love Dutch build.
And so you truly believe that it's possible to make money as a shipyard owner?
I think it's the only way to have a sustainable company is to make money, because without making money, you know, I mean, it should not be a hobby, a loss-making hobby. But
it often is.
It is often, of course, I have seen that. And I think if you want to, you know, look to a good investment, it's probably not yachting. There are probably other industries where your return on your capital is nicer. But I feel, again, you should do something which you really love in life. And money is one thing, and I'm in a luxury situation that I can really do what I want and what I enjoy, and that's what I decided to do.
Fantastic. Lawrence, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a real honor to sit down with you and speak with you, and thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you for your invitation.